Hey everyone, it's your daily rideshare and delivery driver again. And in today's video, I want to discuss the top 5 itemized deductions that you could use as a self-employed independent contractor, whether you may drive for Uber, Grubhub, Postmates, Uber Eats, any of those companies, Lyft also. The number one itemized deduction you could use when you file your taxes as a self-employed independent contractor will be your mileage expenses. For instance, while working as a delivery driver for Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates, DoorDash, you could use whatever amount you may have to or usually get in mileage for each mile you drive, and use that as the end of the year as a deduction. In other words, if you, let's say you may get 53.5 cents per mile as a delivery driver, and at the end of the year, you keep track of all the times you drove as a food delivery driver. You add all those amounts up in mileage at the end of the year. Use all of that, however much it equals out to at the end of the year, to use as an itemized deduction. What it may be for personal use while driving, or business use. The second itemized deduction that you could do, car accessories. Case in point, you may have a car charger, a car phone charging cord in your car. You could use that, even if it may just equal out to $5 when you bought it. You could also use as well a dash cam you may have installed in your car. A car phone mount that you may have attached to either your air conditioning vent, car dashboard, or front windshield. Number 3, you could also, if you, let's say you just work a side gig or a gig economy job such as Uber, Lyft, Postmates, etc., but you don't have, and that's your only job, that you may have. Because of that, by you being a self-employed independent contractor, you usually don't have health insurance already to begin with. So if you may enroll in your own individual health insurance, and come the end of the year, you would like to write off how much you may have used in medical expenses. Let's say you may go to a doctor while having your own individual health insurance, and the doctor's amount may end up being a fee of, let's say, $100 for that one doctor's visit you may do, and so on and so on. If you keep on frequenting a doctor throughout the whole year while using your own health insurance, you could write off your own health insurance come the end of the year as well. Number 4, you could also, this is just my opinion, it's strictly up to you. You could also use all your gas receipts, and make sure, if you don't go by your bank statements, if you may have a bank account, and you usually keep track of all your transactions using your bank account information, instead of using actual receipts. Always keep your gas receipts once you do transactions at gas stations. Personally, I prefer, whenever I use my cards, either my debit or credit card at a gas station, and I like to pay at the pump, most of the time I usually keep my receipts, or at least I used to, until I started tracking all my gas expenses by going through my checking account with my bank. But that's just how I do things. Now, everybody does things differently. Anyway, and last but not least, the number 5 itemized tax deduction that you could use would be charitable gifts. For instance, you may like to be a person who donates a lot to different thrift stores, and after you may donate them, to different thrift stores, always ask for a receipt after, no matter if it may just be one item that you may donate to a thrift store. By the way, always go to an actual thrift store, because You could either go to an actual thrift store to do the donations, or you could use a drop. It's what I call them, a thrift store drop, which is similar almost to a mailbox. You may see one on the side of the road. For instance, it may have the Foundry on it, or it may have either America's Thrift Store. Instead, always go to an actual thrift store so you could physically be able to donate the items that you like to donate, and also ask for a physical receipt with all the details of your donations. And also, this is pertaining to, I know this is off topic a little bit, but I would also like to give a big shout out to all my hustlers and all my grinders that's doing rideshare and delivery. All my, in other words, all my Caviar drivers, Postmates, Grubhub, Uber Eats drivers, DoorDash drivers, Uber, Lyft, whichever platform, gig economy platform you may drive for. And also, with that being said, I just want to wish everybody a happy MLK Day as well.